Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Yeah. Jones. Hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams, and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
All right, tune in. We're here to help. The Greg Deville Let's Talk Real Estate Show, and I'm your nephew, Greg Deville, live in the studio, hot702.5fm.com. This is what we do every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. We're so excited. We talk real estate on a regular. That's right. Buy, sell, or invest. Deville Realty can help. We keep it real here with Greg Deville Show. We want to make sure that we're getting the information out. If you need to sell that home, that's right. Now's a good time. We're getting multiple offers, and I'll tell you what, it's been a hot market. I put a home on the market last week and sold it in 1 day. The week before that, I sold it in 2. So I'm telling you right now, if you've got to notice a default, you need to consider selling that home and saving that equity. That's right. 702-515-4100, 702-515-4100. Greg Deville, Deville Realty Group, the name you need to know right here in the Valley. As many of you have heard, seen, or just know about because you know us, we're doing the Wealth Mindset Conference Las Vegas 2023 right there at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. April 16th from 11 to 6 p.m. It's going to be phenomenal. We've got a great lineup, and it's going to be so exciting. You don't want to miss the opportunity to be in the building. At the Red Rock, we have a 2-day event. Now, VIP, you have the option of going to the meet and greet, which is on that Saturday evening there at the Red Rock. And we're going to have a combination of the meet and greet along with the lovely Marquetta DeVille's birthday bash. And so we're going to do some celebration there from about 6 to 9 to 10 p.m. Have fun, come out, enjoy yourself, meet the guests, meet the speakers, meet the presenters. You're going to be glad you did. We also have some staycation packages available for those of you who want to make a whole weekend of it and stay out there with us. We'll be there Saturday and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You could pick Saturday to stay till Sunday. Get up, go downstairs, be a part of the conference. If you need vendor space is available. You want to talk about your business, or maybe you got product you want to sell. Maybe like some of these cigar companies, they want to come talk about their products. So opportunities are available. Again, more contact information, 702-787-7559. You can text the word vendor at 702-787-7559. I have the pleasure today. It's a wonderful day out, a little wet and rainy, but nonetheless, we have a friendly face to introduce you to today by the name, the person of Alicia Taylor. Good afternoon, Taylor. All right.
What's happening, Greg Deville?
All right. Look, I've known Taylor for so many years, and I just call her Taylor. and Taylor had a baby girl, and she named her Taylor. I thought, okay. That's right. That's right. Taylor is a local lender in the Valley, real estate broker, and she and I have worked together. We work lending when she do deals for me, but I've worked as her agent under her company before. When people say, Deville, you blew up, yeah. So it's a pleasure. I want to welcome to the
business. We flipped properties together.
Flip properties, yes.
My husband's business before that.
Yeah. I was handyman with him. I've been from boots to suits.
Yes.
Alicia has been a financial partner of mine in the flip business, where she'd put in the financial equity and I put in the sweat equity, and we'd make it happen.
Absolutely. We both end up no victims. Everybody's excited. Money made on the back end.
And against some people saying, I don't know if you should go into that one. She said, Deville can do it. She had faith in me, y'all. She had faith in me, and we pulled it off, and it turned out we did 2 on 1 block.
Yes, we did. I think I was your first financer.
Yes. Well, no, I had another gentleman on another one, but you were the first African American to work with me. Appreciate you. Yeah, first female and close partner. Other people are just kind of distant. They just saw it for the money, but you really invested in me. You took a chance on my skills. And you had faith. And I think even Darwin, your husband, like, I don't know, Alicia. He said, no, Deville could do this. And he was like, he did it.
House, you could see the sun. You could look up, you could see all outside, you could see the sun, the clouds, everything. I said, I don't know. I think he's got it, though. He's got it. Man, that house was fabulous.
Wow.
If you guys don't know, Greg Deville, as great as he is a real estate broker, his skills and his vision when he walks into a 4-box house and what he can see that you haven't seen yet will blow your mind.
That thing they did a mold inspection, and he said, sir, for the buyer, he said, ma'am, he said, listen, there's more mold outside, spores in the air than in this house. He said, right. I know the wood was bad, but I replaced it. So it was just fun. I thank you again. I'll always be indebted to you. You gave me my start. You did. You gave me my start in Vegas.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So many are tuning in today. Someone, maybe you just turned your radio dial, or perhaps you just looked on Facebook, and we're live. I'm speaking with the guru, Miss Alicia Taylor of Mortgage Solutions and Clear Sky Realty.
Yes. So this year is my 19th year.
Look at that.
So April the 20th will be 19 years since Mortgage Solutions opened. And
there you go.
Clear Sky Realty is also April, and it's on its 9th year, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's in order. Absolutely. So we have brought you on. We were putting together, over a year, I've been wanting to do a men's conference, and I've been talking about it and tossing it around. And we got so busy during that industry of low interest rates that, boy, we were just busy, right?
Yes.
But when things kind of slowed down, my mind started shifting. Now I can get a little time to put into this wealth mindset conference, men's conference. And of course, the Queen, Marquetta, she came on board and said, well, honey, I want to do a ladies. She said, I'm not going to take the credit. She said, well, why don't we collaborate and do it together? Because I really want to do mine in January. She said, honey, you need more time than October to January. So she said, well, let's just do it in April. And I thought, okay. I thought it was a bit far, and I thought nobody wants to come second quarter of the year, But the more we do it, the more it makes sense, and the more we're getting great, wonderful feedback about this men's conference at the same time, ladies' conference. But to talk about you today and your love for lending, what is it that pushes that love for lending for you? What is that?
It's a funny thing. My love for lending started at a very, very, very young age. Number one, I like math and I like numbers. So
there you go.
Definitely something you need to be somewhat decent at in lending. Be real proficient with a calculator. But I love math. I love numbers. But my love for lending came out of working in a finance company. So
gotcha.
Many people now, young people don't know what finance companies are, but finance companies were Black people used to go to get their money.
Right.
So we did mortgages at the finance company, and it was a much needed resource, but also taught you all the ins and outs. And I watched a lot of people lose their homes,
Wow.
not make the right kind of financial decisions. I saw people I grew up with, my own family. And so I had a passion to try to educate people, specifically minority people, single mothers, people who inherit homes from their family, how to keep them, how to leverage them, how to make them create wealth out of a home. Because a house is nothing but a bank. It's your own personal bank.
Right.
So it's something that if you learn how to use it right, can take care of you and the rest of your family for the rest of your life.
So what inspired you to start your own business? Where'd that come from?
It's interesting. I tell people with starting your own business, period, I don't care what kind of business it is. There's normally about 3 reasons why you start a business.
Right.
1, you don't play well with others.
Okay.
So you don't like working for other people. That's one reason.
Yeah.
Number 2, you think you can do it better. So you start your own business because you think you can do it better.
Right.
And then number 3, because you've got some idea, some product, something that has never been done before, right? You have to start it because no one else has ever done it. I'm part 1 and 2.
Okay.
I do well in working on teams, but I didn't do well in working in a box.
Gotcha.
I didn't like the box of the big box banks. If you're below a 620, they don't want to work with you at a bank.
Right.
If you have to be so perfect to fit into that box.
Yeah.
And part 2 is because I thought I could do it better. I thought I could help more people. I thought I could reach more people, and I could make the box bigger.
Yeah.
And what I found after opening my company, that I was absolutely right. I can do it better than the banks. The banks are there for a reason. They're very low risk. And they can't work with a lot of the clients that you and I work with, where the ratios are a little higher. They have a more of a credit issue that they have to be able to tell that story better. Maybe their scores are slightly lower. Maybe they have some collections or bankruptcies within the time limit, but not the bank's time limit. So I just thought I could do it better and I could serve more people. And that's why I opened my own company.
And I think one thing that you may want to add to it is you didn't have to split that money with them anymore, right? That was another one working for.
There's always the money, right? It's never about the money, but it's always about
at the end of the day, we try not to make it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we do add up. What did I do today?
Right. I tell you what's interesting though. When I left corporate America, and I did extremely well in corporate America, I was top performer in one of the biggest banks in the world. So it made a lot of money. I made a whole lot, right?
Right.
And I said, I want to open my own company. And I had a number in mind, and it was a very small number. It was like, if I just make this amount of money per month, I would be happy just to work for myself and help the people I want to help. Turns out what I made in corporate America, I was able to triple, quadruple, 5 times that. But I left being prepared to make less. So it wasn't even just the money. It was, I knew I could do it better. I didn't know how much better it was going to make the money turn out to be. But it started with the love of the work. And when you love the work, the money just follows. That's what I found in life.
Yeah, right. I like to affectionately call Alicia my guru. Now, I don't know how many of you call her your guru, but I've had loans that look like they were going left. And to save the loan, I would call Taylor. And I'd say, Taylor, listen, here's where we're at. And I'm going to have you pull it together. I've had Alicia close deals is like 7 days later. They've done all the work. They just didn't know where to go from there. And he said, oh, this is a piece of cake. Just send me the file. Bam, bam, done. Right? So that's why I call her the guru. Right? Now, she's busy. We understand. Alicia's phone ring. You heard the phone ring right there? She's on the interview. Money calls. But certainly, Alicia has proven to have skills. And tell us a little bit about the difference between, because you're a broker, you're not just a lender, you're a broker. Give us someone who, doesn't understand that whole broker lender concept. You breaking up just a bit there. Can you hear me?
Let me explain that a little bit. So
okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Well, I'm having a little.
I can hear you. Can you?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Hello? Hear me?
Yeah. Move your phone just a little bit for me because it's kind of going in and out.
And
how's that, engineer? Okay, so how are you sounding now? Okay.
Hello, can you hear me, Deville?
Okay, there you go.
Hello? I can hear you the whole time. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, now you're good. I don't know, some frequency went somewhere.
All right. Perfect. So the difference in a banker and a broker, which I am both, by the way. So as a mortgage banker, being a mortgage banker just means you lend your own money. So we lend our own money and then we sell the loans to the mortgage company.
Right.
But being a broker, which bankers are also, is the difference in going to Neiman Marcus to go buy something or going to the fashion show mall to go buy something. A broker has the ability to shop all of the stores, Neiman Marcus being included, whereas a direct lender is just that one store. So when they say no, the answer is no.
Right.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. No, we got you. Yeah. So you made a great analogy. At the mall, you get several stores, but if you just the bank, it's just Neiman Marcus.
Right. Or Walmart, because the bank is really just Walmart. I'm not even going to get Neiman Marcus.
Right.
They got one or two that they can't make no other moves. So we have the ability to go. We have places we can take your loan when you're sub 600. We have places we can take your loan when your debt ratio is over 50. We have places we can take your loan when you're one day out of bankruptcy. We have places you can take your loan when you have no proof of income. So we have places for every loan. Every loan finds a home. Every loan finds a home.
There you go. And then and you know, Alicia taught me something, you all. She would teach me that it's never no. It just may be not right now. Not right now.
Hello.
And I sell that. Yeah, I sell that on radio. You know, it's never no. It's just not right now. Because I'm going to tell you, Alicia threw my file on my desk. When I originally went to do my purchase, Alicia Deville, what did you do? She threw I'm like, Taylor, what are you doing? She threw the file. She threw the file at me, you guys. And I was an agent in her office. I was an agent. I had discovered radio, and that was my big discovery. And I was working with Taylor at the time.
Yes.
But I couldn't buy a house because I didn't know all the homes I'd sold. I didn't realize one mistake, and you can't miss a payment during the lending process. I call myself making 2 payments in 1 month. And she said, "You didn't make it." I said, "But I made 2." She said, "You can't do that." And treated me like a regular client, and I respect her. But I just want you to know, I remember you threw that file at me, Taylor.
I got it done. We removed it. We got it done.
We corrected, and she did something that most people aren't aware of. She did a rapid rescore.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what that might be to someone.
So a rapid rescore, it's a costly process because it's per trade line. So talking about credit, most of you guys are familiar with the credit bureaus. You got Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian.
Right.
So if you have something that's wrong, it's reporting to potentially all 3 or something you need to fix. We get borrowers a lot of times that their score is 2 points away from where it needs to be.
Yeah.
The threshold may be 700, you're at 698.
Right.
I run a simulator. It tells me if you paid down JCPenney's by $800, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to wait 40 days or 30 days for that to happen. You need to close in 10 days.
Right.
So we do a rapid rescore. And for like $90 for each one of those trade lines, you bring me proof that you paid JCPenney's down.
Right.
We can rapid rescore you and get your score up in 48 hours, 72 hours. So it may cost you, if it's more than one credit card you have to do it on, it may be $300 or $400.
Yeah.
But for my high net worth clients specifically, the ones that are needing that 740 because they're doing a $2-3 million loan. The difference in a 738 and a 740 on a multi-million-dollar loan is hundreds of dollars a month on your mortgage payment. And sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars cash in your pocket on a cash out loan. So they don't care if it costs them $600 to rescore their report.
Right.
Well, I'll give you $1,000, just do it.
Yeah. Just get her done. Get her done.
Get her done. Yes.
What are some of your greatest challenges in the early stages of your business? What was some of the greatest for the entrepreneur? What are some of your greatest challenges?
It's funny. I was on a radio show a couple of weeks ago, and I had that Cinderella story. I had perfect timing, right? Yeah. So I didn't have any challenges opening. I opened my doors, and within months, we were profitable. Literally within 60 days. We're making money. Yeah. I'm like, this is the best life. What was I doing, right? The challenges is when there is a challenge. The market turned in 2008. It started turning towards the end of 7, middle of 8, and by 9, it was done. My company opened in 2004. So from 4 to 7, you couldn't tell me anything. I was walking on water, splitting seas. I was that, right? And then the market turned. And that's when I learned what it really means to be an entrepreneur. See, everybody, like, everyone's your friend when everything's good, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
when you have adversity is when you find out the character of
There you
anything.
go.
And that adversity is where I learned the challenges of being an entrepreneur. The entire time, because before I opened my company, I've been in this business forever. This is my 31st year doing lending. So I've had staffs and employees for years.
Right.
And I would try to prepare them. It's easy now. Rates are great, 100% financing, stated loans. Save your money, save your money. So you try to prepare people. I lived by that. So I was very fortunate that when the market completely shrank, and the loan that we used to do for $300,000 was now only $80,000.
Right.
You remember those days?
Yeah, I remember
the
those
same
days.
house that was $300,000 you could pick up for $80,000.
Yep.
So we used to make on a $300,000 loan, maybe 4 or 5% of that loan,
Right.
and now it's $80,000, and you're making $2,300. Well, it's hard to survive on little bitty loans like that if you have your lease at your office is 10 grand, your leases on your cars or whatever you're buying. So what I learned is stick to a lifestyle that you can afford, even when you don't make the kind of money that you're accustomed to making in that moment. And I was one of the fortunate people. I always tightened my bootstraps and I always saved money. So when everyone else was going out of business and panicking, we were able to keep everyone employed, keep the staff in place, and keep people paid. So those are the lessons I've learned. Always prepare for a rainy day, even when the sun is shining.
In fact, while the sun is shining, like right now, I hear the rain. I hear the rain.
Yes.
So it is literally raining right now as we speak. And the other part of that story, when we talked about this decline of the market, how it took months to close. I was telling an agent this morning, she wants to join my team. She's at another company. She's heard about us. I says, well, why don't you charge monthly fees? I said, I remember when I started, it took 9 months to close my first deal. I had 9 months of monthly charges.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, my goodness. And then the split and the all those fees. I got my first deal, Taylor. I kid you not. I wanted to quit real estate.
Right.
I wanted to stop doing real estate. But because I was a handyman, I could survive that. But remember those deals were taking 8-9 months, a year, because we were doing short sales.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my God. And the home value had dropped, as you mentioned, $300,000 to $80,000. Now I'm waiting 9 months to get
a $2,200 check.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
but the rent didn't wait 9 months. The mortgage doesn't wait 9 months. The car company doesn't wait 9 months.
And one of the advantages to owning your home is you get some months of flexibility. Unlike rent, you 10 days your rent is behind, you're going to get an eviction notice.
Yeah.
At least the mortgage, you can play with it 4 or 5 months.
Absolutely.
And then jump back into the race, right? Yeah, you can play with it. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to just foreclose. It takes a little time. But that's the difference with home ownership versus that rental thing.
Exactly.
So being an entrepreneur and renting, I'm nervous for you.
I am too. As we see all the time, the stories of people that are entrepreneurs that are like, I need a place to stay, and this person, they're going to sell the house, and my credit is bad, and I can't get another place because I got a poor rental history. I tell people all the time, the way you eliminate having problems with rent is buy a house.
There you go. Problem solved.
And the problem is pretty easily solved too. People think it's like a hard problem to solve. I know it's an easy problem. Appetite is the problem. I can't tell you the number of people I know that we talk to and we qualify them for mortgages that are lower than the house they want to buy, but they'll pay rent for someone else. I say, get you a smaller place.
Yeah.
And then one day sell that place and then go buy the house you really want. Delayed gratification is something people have to be able to learn.
Right.
Always walk into the first house is not always the forever house.
And the other
Sometimes
part of
the
that,
first house is the first house.
Yeah, right. And the other part of that is many people are living above their means. They're renting for $2,100, but when you do their loan pre-approval, they're really supposed to be about $1,700 is their income. But they're struggling to pay that 21 and then get mad with you and say, well, here, this is really what you can afford. And it takes them on the other side of Decatur. They're like, I'm not living over there. But you keep paying rent. Paying rent. And so that's what we, as realtors and lenders, have to deal. I had a lady told me, well, I just won't buy if I got to live in that zip code. I said, well.
I hear that all the time. I had another client that, pretty fancy, wants the multi-million-dollar, $1,000,000+ house.
Yeah.
Not qualified to purchase it. Credit, income, all those things are in the way in this moment, but not forever. I just don't see myself living in that. I just don't see myself living in that. I'll just wait. I said, well, where do you think when you buy $1 million house and you got to have $250,000 cash to put it down, Where are you going to get $250,000 from?
Right.
Let me tell you where you get $250 from. You
Talk
go
about
buy
it.
a house for $400,000 and you've been sitting there for the last 6 years. You may have been able to sell it for $650 and get you $200,000. See, people don't think about the long term. You really have to plan this thing out. Everybody doesn't walk into their first house for $1 million because most people don't have 20% down, right?
That part.
End of the
Not
day,
10%.
right? The $250,000 a whole lot of money to have sitting around.
Oh, yeah.
So even if you had it, do you want to spend it on that? But if you had a house, that's how most people buy up. They sell, which we just did for one of your clients.
Yeah.
Borrow out of the house to buy the new bigger house.
Bought
Sell
the
the house, take the equity to buy the bigger house. So that's what real estate does for you. That's why I'm excited about your wealth mindset conference.
Absolutely.
So we can talk about that with some people.
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. And not only did they buy the bigger home with the pool and the more bedrooms and the fireplace and the master room, I said, y'all gonna have another baby. They said, for real? I said, look at the fireplace. You can see the fireplace from the tub and the bed. I'm like, it's gonna be another baby in this house. We laughed about it. But they did not sell. They're renting the other house to cover the mortgage. So they decided to keep it. So now guess the advantage to it.
But they were able to use the equity.
But now guess what? Now they're building two equities, having both homes, right? So as much as I'd love to sell the other home and make another commission, got sold one and sell, but realistically, I tell people, look, if you can afford to keep the other home and let the rent pay for it, keep it. You know, the average realtor, well, let's just sell it because he's looking at another commission. But I'm really genuinely want to see you, create wealth through that equity, right? So it's very important. Taylor, let me ask you, can you talk about your greatest accomplishment and particularly why you're proud of that?
Well, it's going to sound cliche. So anytime someone says this, my greatest accomplishment is my daughter, Taylor.
When I wrote it, I knew the answer, but I needed you to share.
So that's my greatest accomplishment. So outside of my child, what is my greatest accomplishment? I think I'm proud of the fact that I believed enough in myself to step out on faith and experience and open a mortgage company. Unlike many people, I didn't know anybody that looked like me that owned a mortgage company. I'd worked in corporate America my entire life, and I hadn't seen anyone do it. I started, like I said, in 2004, and I decided in 2002 I was going to open a mortgage company. Took a job in California to go learn how to sell things on the back end. Sacrificed a lot, a home here, my family's here. I went there, I got that done, and I came home and opened my company. So I think the biggest accomplishment is just sticking to the plan, doing it, and it worked. Had it not worked, I was prepared for it not to work, and maybe that's why it worked. People live so much in fear of failure. Fail forward. I fall all the time. I just try to fall on my face and out of my butt. I like to fall forward.
Yeah. There you go. Well, even if you fall on your back, you can still look up, right?
Look up. You
can still look up.
Every day that you open those eyes, the day to turn this whole thing around.
That's right.
All the time. Bad credit is not terminal illness. It won't kill you. It's not a death sentence. It's a cold. You need some NyQuil. You need some Tussin. You need some Robitussin. Pay the bills on time, pay some stuff off, a little bankruptcy, whatever it takes, you can then live to make it better. I'm really encouraged about telling people that really feel bad, because when your money is funny and your credit is bad, a lot of times your self-esteem suffers. And I try, if people only knew, the people that you think have it all together don't. They just have the confidence to know they can turn it back around the next day. And those are the things we'll be talking about at the conference. Money in America is printed every single day. They print it every single day. I promise you can go get some of it. You just can. It's out there.
Yeah.
So once you start believing that you should receive it, you will receive it. I just believe that.
Now, when it comes to the conference, because you're such a wealth of knowledge, you have so much, it's like turning on a faucet. It's like, where do I start? Because I got so much, give us a peek of your spiel for this conference. Just a peek. Like, where do you start, Taylor? You've got so much information.
Right. So one of the things I like to do when I speak to people, and I get this because a lot of people call me, like, I was so scared to call you, or I was intimidated to call you, because I'm thinking I'm the person you should call. I don't want to be intimidating. And this whole, you only deal with high net worth clients, so I didn't want to call you. We take care of all clients at any price point, all across the board. If I only dealt with high net worth clients, I'd be out of business because there's not
Yeah.
enough of them, right?
Right.
So you help everyone. So the thing you're going to find out with me, and when you speak and hear me speak, is going to be on a very simple level, very complex ideas, very simply explained. Creating wealth is not hard. I'm about middle class millionaires. Always have been middle class millionaires in creating wealth. And how was wealth created? Two ways. You know, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Howard Hugheses, the Hiltons, real estate and life insurance. Real estate and life insurance. Those are the two pillars. The bad thing about life insurance is you got to die for somebody to use it. Somebody's got to die, right? So
I'm not gonna let you give no more. I'm not gonna let you give no more, because boy, you see, I can't play with you on the radio, because you be like, well, girl, I just found out something. Girl, I don't even need to go. Taylor just told me to, but there's more. Trust me, Taylor's got more.
So
Taylor mentioned,
talking about.
yeah, Taylor mentioned about any clients. God knows my Power 88 radio's audience. We have gotten some clients that we were so risky. Taylor said, only for you, Deville. She has pulled some rabbits out of hats that I'm telling you right now. Taylor has pulled some loans that we had a guy look like every month, but Taylor did the loan every month. His bank account was overdrawn. And Taylor said, Deville, but watch, I'm going to do this thing. And I think it was a challenge for you.
It was a challenge.
A good challenge for you. Yeah, and it was good.
Those are the loans I'm the most proud of, because guess what? He deserved a home, right?
Yep.
The man was a veteran.
Yep.
He served this country. And because he had $2 or $3 extra missing every month by the time the statement closed, didn't mean he shouldn't have been able to have a home.
Right.
And if you remember, I taught him a trick.
Yeah.
I told him to change his cycle on his statements. People don't know you can do that. That won't be something I discuss at the conference, but if you're listening and you have bank statements that close every month on the last day of the month, and you're on a pension, Social Security, and your income goes in on the first day of every month, it looks like you have no money by the last day of the month, because maybe you spent it, but the next day you're going to get paid. Have the bank change your cycle to go from the 15th to the 15th. So now I have a better idea in the middle of the month how much money you have. So you can do things to make your situation look better than it actually looks on paper.
There you go. See what I'm telling you? I'm telling you, the girl is a wealth of knowledge. She got so much stuff, so many things under her hat. What advice would you give an aspiring entrepreneur, Taylor, that you would tell someone who's looking to get started? Yeah.
So we talked about the 3 reasons why most people become entrepreneurs, don't necessarily do well in corporate structures or think they could do it better. And then the third one, you got an idea nobody else has. So what would I tell people that are aspiring entrepreneurs? I've learned this. The best employees make the best boss, right?
There you go.
So wherever you work, be good at what you do. Be good at whatever that is before you decide you're going to go open a company. Remember the things you didn't like about working for people, and try not to be that person. So for aspiring entrepreneurs, be a person that you'd want to work for. Be the person that you'd want to work for. And then people will just come to you. That's one. As far as financing and funding, people want to believe you need all this money to open a business. You don't need a whole bunch of money to open a business, but you do need to have some money to open a business. And not necessarily, depending on the kind of business. If you're doing car washes, you need a car, you need a bucket, you need some soap and some water.
I had one of those businesses. I do Taylor's cars.
You did. So you may not need as much. But if you're opening a business that requires supplies, have enough money to have the supplies. Haven't we all been to businesses where you go and they're out of something and they just open? Well, you need to have that stuff, because first impressions are lasting impressions.
There you go.
So when you're an entrepreneur, whatever your first foot out there that you put to people, if it's not good, they may not ever come back. Whereas if you've done something good and you slip up a little bit after in the middle, people know who you are already. You've been established. They'll give you another shot. So make sure when you step out there as an entrepreneur, put your best foot forward, because it's hard to make a first impression the second time.
You're absolutely correct. Do you think right now, and as we delve a little bit into the real estate, to the person who says, I don't know if it's a good time to buy a home, I don't know if it's a good time. Do you think right now maybe they should be working on credit because people just got taxes? Or should they just try to go get the loan and they know their credit is bad? To a person they know their credit is bad right now, what's the recommendation?
My recommendation is always speak to a professional loan officer, period. Always. Even if you think your credit is bad, because you don't know how bad your credit actually is.
Right.
And you also don't know how good it might be. Deville, think about the number of people we've talked to. They go, I'm going to let you know right now, I'm probably not going to do my credit. I'm going to have to wait.
Right.
And they're
Right.
in a house for 42 days.
There you go.
Because you don't know what a lender is looking for.
There you go.
And you don't know how maybe easily it is to fix something. So the first step is knowing, right? You got to know what your challenges may be.
Absolutely.
So call an originator, even if you think, I just spoke to a couple earlier in the week, and they're not able to buy until next year. They're like, well, I don't want you to pull my credit. I don't want you to see anything right now because I'm not ready to go. Well, this is a great time to look at it because now you need to know what you have to do.
Right.
So even if you don't think you're ready, your credit is bad, always work on your credit, right? So number one, pay your bills on time, keep your balances as low as you can, and have a good mix of credit. So try to do that all the time, but start and just find out where you are, know where you are. And if you're working with a great lender, they're going to tell you what you need to do to get to where you want to go. And you want to start months out, unless you're a seasoned person. You own multiple homes. You know your credit's over 750. You have a great job. Your debt ratio is low. You got money in the bank. You got a 401k. Well, you can start whenever you get ready to start.
Right.
But if you're not that, it's your first house and you don't know and you haven't done it yet, start early.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to me, the other question was, is it a good time to buy? Let me tell you, anytime you can buy is a good time to buy.
There you go.
Anytime you can buy is a good time to buy. I don't believe there's a better time or I'm waiting for the houses to drop. I'm waiting for the market to come down. I couldn't tell you the number of people last year that told me, oh, I know this market is going to drop. I'm not going to buy the next year. The market did drop and the rates tripled. So you're still paying the same amount of money. Don't outthink this thing. Don't outthink this thing.
Right.
If any of us were Nostradamus, we'd all be billionaires and wouldn't need mortgages. We don't know what the market's going to do next year. But if you need a place to live, you need a place to live. Buy now.
And to add to the buy now part is a lot of landlords are selling right now, right? And when they're selling, you're having to move. So rather than go look for another rental, contact Team Deville, contact Alicia Taylor, figure out if, since I got to move anyway, do a hard pull. Hello.
Yes.
People always give me about, well, is it a hard pull? You ran a hard pull when you went to Macy's to apply for that credit card for 20% off.
And let's have a conversation about that, because that was the conversation, gentlemen. I don't want to have a ding on my credit. If I pull your credit today and Bank of America mortgage pulls your credit tomorrow, and Chase mortgage pulls it on Monday, and then Citibank pulls it on Wednesday, I'm betting dollars to donuts that me and the first person and the last person get the exact same score. Mortgage inquiries are not dropping your score. Your score changes because things change on your credit report. So if I pull your score today and you owe American Express $1,000, and next Friday somebody pulls your report and American Express reports the stuff you bought at Macy's, and now you owe $3,000. That's the reason why your score drastically changed, because your balance went from 1,000 to 3,000. So your usage is higher. But if nothing changed between Friday to Friday, your score will be the same between Friday and Friday. And if you're not going to buy right this second, 2 points is not going to kill you. You can fix that. And that's why you start early, you get a hard pull. But once you know it, you don't need to go to talk to 7 different mortgage companies. Once you talk to 1 or 2, the answer should be consistent.
Very good information, Taylor. I'll tell you what, I am appreciative of your time. I know how valuable it is. I want to thank you for accepting to do the Wealth Mindset Conference, and for not telling me no. You told me yes right out. Deville, yes. I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. When you got a friend, you can call.
And that doesn't happen often.
I know. And that's why I'm putting it out there. I'm like, look, don't call her, because I'm going to tell you right now, Taylor will tell you no. Taylor, but the fact that we wanted a wealth mind, she said, Deville, I'm in. And so want to appreciate you publicly. Thank you so much for this afternoon. We're going to post it and run it back. Those of you that are listening right now, this interview has been with Alicia Taylor, the owner of Mortgage Solutions and Clear Sky Realty. She has been in the industry over 20 years in the lending, the banking, the homes. I'm telling you, real estate. We appreciate you, Taylor. So thank you so much. Tell Darwin we said hello.
Appreciate everything that you're doing.
Yes, and thank you for all the referrals. I got another agent said, Alicia Taylor told me to call you to join your team.
Yes.
So thank you, Taylor, for always acknowledging Deville Realty Group. You know, we Taylor and I had this little thing when I was leaving her company to do my own. She said, Deville, I sure hate to see you go.
I sure did. I sure did.
I said, Taylor, it's time for me to lead a nest. I got to start Deville. She said, but you got to go now.
You're a perfect example. That people, I'm gonna tell a quick story. The day I met Greg Deville was leaving my radio show at KCP in the parking lot. You heard me on the radio. You came by and we met. And I remember telling you, hey, you know what? I got a real estate company. I'm gonna be transferring. I'm opening up, and I want you to come and hang your lights. You're like, no, I'm kind of at my own spot right now. I don't think I'm gonna be moving. But my goal is to have my own real estate company, Deville Realty. And that's what I see happening. You always knew that's what you wanted to do. And I've always respected that. So I always knew I was on borrowed time. I knew that when you walked in the door. I'm on borrowed time, but I just want a little bit more of a little bit more.
But I've learned a lot. We've invested. We've done the flips. As you mentioned, you were one of the ones who put your money with me and put that financial aspect. And I did that sweat equity, and we made money. You know, you take my calls. Taylor said I'll be the only one she'd take a call when she out on an island.
On the weekend.
She said
sitting on the weekend. That's Deville. He's not calling me unless it's serious.
Yeah. And I want to thank you again, taking my calls and getting my loans done. So with so many of us, they were excited to hear you coming on today. So again, thank you. And we look forward. We've got 18 days, Taylor, to the Wealth Mindset Conference. Yes.
I can't wait to share a little bit of information and have some people become encouraged to buy, sell, invest, create wealth for their families, and to give some practical, easy tips to start moving in that right direction. So I'm looking forward to it.
You have a 30-minute platform.
Yes.
So do what you do.
I'll be laser focused, 30 minutes, laser focused.
There you go. All right, girl. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you so much. Take care. All right, Las Vegas, there it is. Alicia Taylor with Mortgage Solutions, our guest today. We have had a wonderful interview with her. She's a bundle of joy. I tell you, she's so much fun to talk to and be around. We laugh all the time. We have fun what we do. I always tell people I'm having fun helping families. Now, the Wealth Mindset Conference is a dual conference in one. It is held on Sunday, April the 16th from 11 to 6 p.m. If you're considering being a sponsor, there's vendor space available. Now, you're going to be a part of the conference. Your vendor space will not be in the foyer. It will not be outside the conference room doors. You're going to be in the conference. We have a man cave and a ladies lounge. The man cave will consist of some wonderful guest speakers that we have available. We're going to talk to Mr. Will Roundtree, who's talking about the paradigm shift. We're going to be talking to Joshua Igiliki, attorney at law. That's right. He's going to talk to you about estate planning, teaching you the difference between a living trust and a will. Many don't know the difference in why you need a living trust. We're going to have now Robert Taylor is everybody knows him affectionately as Twix, is Alicia Taylor's little brother. Now, Robert has built his own platform, his own enterprise. Robert's going to talk about the multi-stream income and why it's so important and what passion made him get started to enhance that passion within you. Then we got, in fact, I just booked his flight. He's going to be here next on that 15th. April 15th, Marcus Carter, the Black Wealth Builder. That's right. Marcus talks to you about building your business, how to build your business credit, how to get your business established. Listen, there's so much power-packed information at this conference. Then we'll have Brandon Ward, who's going to co-host with me at in the men's cave, right? Then we go over down the hall where the lovely ladies are, right? Now, we got Miss Desiree King. We hosted Miss Desiree last week. Desiree's going to co-host with the Queen, Marquetta Deville, but we're bringing in out of Indianapolis, Indiana, Yolanda Smith. Now, Yolanda's a powerhouse. She's talking about branding your business, teaching you how to brand whatever it is you're going to do, right? And then we've got this young lady, Jewel, coming out of Chicago, just booked her flight to come to town, her hotel. She'll be there at the Red Rock with us. She's a powerful young millennial, Ooh, you got to hear this young lady. Her story started out in a major corporation. Guess what? Started her own thing. And very successful, I might add. It's so exciting. And then, of course, Miss Alicia Taylor, you got a tad bit, but she's a wealth of knowledge. And she's so exciting in her delivery. So you're going to love to be a part of this conference. Again, a dual conference in one day. The Man's Cave and the Ladies' Lounge. And then we're going to top it off. Watch this. We were talking to Mr. Les Brown, the motivational speaker, and he says, I'm going to send my daughter Ona down there and let her do this conference for you. And I'm telling you, Ona is we had an interview with her. She's going to talk to you about how make your money. Let your money make money. Your money's going to make money for you. And so it's exciting with all this information, a plethora of information that you're going to leave empowered, excited, and ignited to go to your next level. And so I can assure you, you want to get your tickets. Tickets are $149. In fact, I want to do this. I want to give a ticket away. The contact information, 702-551-5261. 702-551-5261. Give me a call. I got a ticket to give away to the 2-day conference for, guess what? The Wealth Mindset Conference. 702-551-5261. Give me a call. I'm going to ask you a Bible trivia question. I'm going to ask you about what's the first thing God gave Adam? I'm going to ask you a Bible trivia question. It comes out of Genesis chapter 2. What's the first thing God gave Adam? The first person, give me the answer. Get the ticket to the Wealth Mindset Conference. You'll get a ticket to the Saturday night meet and greet. And it's going to be a fabulous event at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You want to be there. It's going to be exciting. Those of you who want to get your tickets, you want VIP tickets, $249 will get you there on the Saturday night. $149 will get you at the Sunday event. Now, get your tickets. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait. We really want to get the venue secured and taken care of. We've got to meet with them. We've got more expenses yet to go. So your ticket purchase helps us to pay off the rest of our event space. Because remember, all this costs. The Red Rock, the reason we did the Red Rock is because it offered a beautiful, number one, atmosphere. But the price wasn't very inexpensive. But we believe that enough of us coming together, we can make this happen. So get your tickets, $149. If you can't attend, sponsor a friend. So win a ticket, Wealth Mindset Conference, 702-551-5161. Okay, 702-551-5261. 702-551-5261. That's the number I want you to contact me. The first thing God gave Adam was a what? It was a what? Outside of life. He gave you life. We got that. But there was something he gave him in Genesis chapter 2, and it always stuck out to me. If you got that answer, first person to give me a call with that answer, you're going to get the ticket to 2-day event to the Wealth Mindset Conference for Saturday and Sunday, April the 16th, 702-551-5261. I'm excited about this conference. We have a great lineup. I was just speaking to, there's a gentleman who's going to be coming that he's not on the flyer yet. And then we're going to be honoring some great individuals. Miss Angel Brock, she's president of the Black Nurses Association. We're going to be honoring Mr. Sean Torrey. Sean, everyone knows, works with the city of Las Vegas, has a very powerful position. We want to acknowledge him. Joseph McNelly. Now, many of you know Joe's story. Single dad doing, man, I'm telling you what, he stepped up and took the challenge, stepped up to do what a man should do, and he's handling his business. We got Mr. Zachary Collins Sr. Zach is with the fire department. I wanted to honor Zach because he started in the fire department industry, and Zach's one of the top guys. Listen, you're going to want to be at this event. And so with all the names that we want to honor, it's very, very exciting to acknowledge. We got LJ and Lady AK Edmondson. Now, Lady AK and LJ, he's with the Mastering Mindset. Lady AK is doing the Breakdown Talk Show. And I'm telling you, they're just power couple in the Valley. always doing something to help with the children, whatever they can do to lend themselves available. And so what I've had her do some, she's a great comedian. She's a great comedian. So wears a lot of hats. So win a ticket, give me a call, 702-551-5261. 702-551-5261. My time is far spent, so I'm running out of time. But before I get out, I will allow a caller to call in, get the ticket, and we can just look forward to seeing you at the conference. Remember, it is a 2-day conference. The main conference is going to be on that Sunday for $149 on that Sunday afternoon. Okay? It's going to be on that Sunday afternoon, and you're going to be glad you came. You're going to be glad the information. And for those of you that have been dreaming about possibly being an entrepreneur, and again, if you want to be a vendor, you have a product, you want to vend your product, you want people to know about, shouts out to the president of the NAACP. Was on the phone with him today. Shouts out to that young man. Just took office, and I'm truly inspired to see this young man move forward the way that he is and moving around in the city. I want to appreciate all our young people who are in position, who are stepping up to the plate, accepting the challenge. It's so, so beautiful. So listen, I didn't get a call about the answer. Maybe it was a little more than you knew to answer. But the first thing God gave Adam in Genesis chapter 2 was a job. So I'm going to leave that right there. So, again, if you want to win a ticket, give me a call. I got to go. Engineer's looking at me upside the head. She said, you got to get out the chair, bro. Some people waiting behind you to come. And, yeah, she says, I got to go. So I got to get out of here. Look, Las Vegas, I appreciate the time. Share this post. Get your tickets. We're on Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite. You'll see your tickets right there. Or you can do... We've got several platforms, Zelle, Cash App, whatever floats your boat to make it happen, Captain. 702-551-5261. Or you can call me direct, 702-349-0162. 702, my direct contact, 702-349-0162. I got to go. I'll talk to you next week, Thursday at 3 o'clock. Let's get together right here at Hot 702.5 FM. Have a great week, and until I talk to you then, may God's best be yours. Take care.
Jones, hey, Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Great Deville, help you.